really fast. Oh my goodness, bro. Dude, I don't even. Oh my goodness. Don't tell me I'm gonna miss the longs. No. Please, no. God, I looked away for 2 seconds. No. Guys, good morning. Bro, I looked away for 2 seconds, bro, and we pumped in 3 milliseconds. Are we serious? No. There's no way I missed the longs, bro. No. Are you serious, bro? I wanted to take longs off open, bro. Wow, bro. I looked away for 2 seconds, bro. No, it hurts. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. Oh man, it's okay. It's whatever. It's whatever. It's whatever. Bro, guys, I literally looked away. Bro, guys, look at the 1 minute, bro. Look at this 1 minute time frame. What is this, bro? Bro, I'm like, okay, you know what I mean? I'm about to start the stream. It's gonna be okay, you know, whatever. I mean, right now we're pulling back, so maybe we can find an entry. All right, guys. So let's lock in real quick. All right, no talking, no distracting, no nothing. Let's lock in real quick. Maybe we gotta pull back into higher. Um, wow, bro. Let me see. Let me see what I can do real quick. Because we did get a pull back into the entry point. I mean, today we're definitely gonna have to work with like a 50-point stop loss. I'm sure you guys saw the market last night, over the weekend, actually. But yeah, hold on. Let me see what I can do. It's still too late, bro. I can't find anything here. I also don't want to rush it, but I know it's gonna go higher into that DOL. Yeah, no, it's not gonna be good enough. At least not yet. Wow, bro. Yep. Damn. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It was too early either ways. I'm sure we'll have enough volume for another setup anyways. But wow, bro, we could have been done in literally 2 minutes, bro. I mean, regardless, even if I did put it out, a lot of you guys probably would be like, "Oh, but I couldn't catch it," blah blah, blah, whatever. So it's fine. Well, anyways, good morning, guys. First of all, good morning. I forgot to say that. My bad with all the, you know, with all the action this morning. But yeah, good morning. Hopefully, you guys are doing good over the weekend. And yeah, let's start this morning. Hopefully, you guys are doing good. Yeah, by the way, can you guys hear me? Is the mic working good? Is everything working good? Everything good? Yes, yes, yes. Good. It's low. Okay, but you guys can hear me though, right? Very good for me. Perfect. All right, just making sure. All right. Anyways, so okay. So first things first, we have a lot going on in the markets. Why exactly? Well, I'm sure you guys might have noticed, or maybe not, but over the weekend, actually starting on Friday, late Friday, for some reason, gold and silver were rug pulled. Like, for those that don't know, maybe you guys were living under a rock, but let me show you guys something. If you go to gold and you go on the daily time frame, you see what's happening here. So obviously, when this is happening over the weekend, over a Friday, in Bitcoin, for example, you look at Bitcoin, you search up BTC, you look at Bitcoin on the daily time frame, and we're at 70. We ended up hitting 74,000. So something is happening in the markets, of course. All right. Now, obviously, with all this super like high volatility things getting hit, obviously NQ is gonna get affected. Hold on, because my cat is on the keyboard. Hello. What's that, guys? There you go. Anyways, obviously NQ and ES are gonna get affected in some way, somehow. Hence all the volume that we're getting into market open today, which is why I'm telling you guys that today, to start the week, we do need to size light, because obviously these trades are not gonna be, they're gonna be like pretty big. All right, we all know that, right? If we get a trade, it's you get the point. I mean, so we have to adjust our stop loss and our sizing. All right, guys, we can't be sizing for too much, because you guys already know how that's gonna go. All right, guys. But yeah. Anyways, so I'm gonna delete this because obviously we're not really looking at longs anymore. But hold on, my car's playing with some cable. Okay, it's my computer charger. Anyways, so yeah, we're not looking for longs right now. Or not yet, at least. I mean, we were, but you guys saw what happened off opening. All right, so yeah, we're not really focused on that right now. But now that we took out this one of our price targets, in which we would have targeted if we took longs, which we didn't. You know, it sucks, but you know, whatever. It's at 645. All right, guys. So we're gonna be trying to find what type of reaction we get off this DOL here, and we're gonna see what we can work with going forward. Maybe it's some selling pressure. Maybe it's a continuation model into 731. We don't know yet. All right, because obviously we just took it out. The market just opened, and we're just trying to get a reaction right now. All right, but it's good to at least know that we at least have some setups to work with. Now, the only thing I'm worried about is, yes, you guys saw off open, I tried to take longs from this pretty nice 15-minute bearish rally gap, but unfortunately, in the first 3 seconds of market open, we randomly pumped up 200 points. Why? It just happened. You know what I mean? So we couldn't take longs. Now, the thing is, what if we want to take longs again if we continue going higher into 731, 781, 860, and you guys get the point, even higher. All right? It's gonna be a little bit tricky today because I'm not really seeing any setups to the upside until up here at 800. We're at 600. So obviously we're not gonna be looking to take longs all the way up here after we've finished taking out every single level of liquidity. That's not gonna happen, of course. So 2 things can happen here, and these 2 things are gonna have to be a continuation model. All right. So number 1, which is probably not gonna happen anymore, is in the next 5-minute candle we retrace into this 5-minute gap, right? And then the second thing is going to be we create a gap here. We don't take out the level of liquidity, but we create the gap. And then we take it from here into here, 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 and so on, right? Number 2 would probably be our best case because number 1, first of all, it's under the level of liquidity. So even if we do retrace into it, we will probably be leaning more towards an inverse because obviously we're going to be bearish below 620, 645. But in this one, we're above the level of liquidity that we took out, but we're below the level of liquidity that we want to take out, which means that we have room for higher with a bullish bias. The only problem is not only do we have to wait 3 minutes for this 5-minute candle to close with a bunch of buying pressure, but we also need to wait another 5-minute candle for it to close to then get the gap to pretty much close and be able to play out. And in that time, we're not super far away from our level of liquidity, and we have a ton of buying pressure. So I don't really think that this gap is going to hold, but, you know, I hope the market proves me wrong. You know what I mean? Now, in the given case, which will be the case most likely, in which we continue going up and we take out 731, what can we do? Well, what if we end up getting some selling pressure of 731? Can we inverse this fair value gap if we end up holding it? Actually, yes. And now, I know that we have 2, maybe 3 gaps stacked on top of each other on the 15-minute time frame. There's one right here. If, let's say, for example, right, if we get an inverse, we already know where our entry would be at. And it would obviously be around the 668 area, right, around this wick, right? So if we inverse the gap from here into a sweep into an inverse, our first price target can be about 50 points into the next price target. So we at least have something. We have a bunch of things to take to the downside. We just don't have much to take to the upside, other than this 5 and 15-minute bearish rally gap, in which I really wish we would have taken because then we would have gotten off already. But yeah, no, you guys get the point. All right, so hopefully today's not too long of a day, because yeah, we could have been done. You know what I mean? I'm a little bit butthurt about that one, but yeah, because you guys don't understand. I was literally on the charts since like 9:15, like 15 minutes. I'm like, okay, I kind of want to take this one, and I'm like, okay, let me wait for market open. Let me see how we react, and then I'll start the stream with what I want to see. The market opens, and I blink, and we're at the price target already. So I'm like, all right, well, there's that. But it's okay. You know what I mean? It could have ended bad. Market open. So yeah, but yeah, I mean, we'll see. Whatever. We'll stop talking about it because obviously we didn't take it. All right. But yeah, anyways. So back to what I was saying. And by the way, I think ES actually took out a high here, which is actually a pretty good sign because it can give us a lot more to work with in terms of a new bias if the market wants to start rejecting back down, in which we hope for, because we don't really want to take any more upside liquidity. Because I mean, what for? You know what I mean? But yeah. I mean, I would hope that we see a little higher, because we need to not only hold this gap here, but if we want to inverse this gap, we need to take out 731. So in the next 40 seconds, hopefully we don't fully close this gap here because we need it. Like pretty much what I'm trying to say is hopefully we don't get the selling pressure that fast. Like in the next few minutes, yes, but not right now, because we need it. We need buying pressure right now to not only hold the gap in order for us to want to inverse it later on, but we also need enough buying pressure to at least take out 731 so we can get more of a bearish bias. Now, what ends up happening if we don't take out 731? Can we still be bearish? Yes. Let me explain. It's going to be a little bit risky, of course, because we're going to be trading without a certain confirmation, but we can also be working with our bias from ES. As you can see, ES here ended up taking out a high in which it's trying to reject from. As you can see, buyers are getting a little weaker, but obviously not the weakest yet. All right, so if ES took out this high here and it starts rejecting back down, and it leads NQ to reject back down without taking out the DOL at 731, we can still look to take the entry. It's going to be a little bit tricky, a little bit risky, and obviously not the best trade, but definitely a trade that we can for sure work with if everything looks correct in terms of momentum. I guess remember, momentum is everything. All right, the fair value gap entry could be ugly, it could be perfect, but if you have no momentum, the entry won't work. All right, guys. So if we have very strong momentum due to ES trying to sweep this to go back down, we can definitely take NQ shorts. All right, guys. So that's pretty much on my list right here to look out for, and it's a pretty small gap. So if we inverse it, it'll be a pretty quick entry if you ask me. So yeah. Let me just prepare this real quick, just in case you do end up selling off unexpectedly, just so I'm ready. Unlike this morning. Well, I was ready for this morning. I just was gonna find an entry in 3 seconds. Yeah. Now, if we do end up selling off, we would have a few price targets, which obviously PT number 1 being 619 over here. Then I'm also gonna mark out this trend line here. Well, not really a trend line, but like this DOL here, just so I know it got taken out. Now I'm just a little bit worried that we might sell off here. Do we have anything on the 1 minute that we could possibly take? Oh yeah, we for sure do. I just you guys know me in the 1 minute. I do not like the 1 minute. I'm gonna hope that the 5 minute holds this, so I don't have to pay attention to the 1 minute. But if I do have to pay attention to the 1 minute, I'll see. Okay, so we will target 625, 619, and then maybe this gap down here as well. So 25, 520, 25, 520.25, and then I don't want to have too many price targets. I would say maybe just 3 price targets. Something like that would be pretty good. So 25, 619, PT1, which is over here. 25, 520, 0.25, perfect. And then 25, okay, yeah, perfect. Okay. Now, like I said, I am hoping for a little bit more buying pressure, in which we are getting to take out 731. I'm not hoping for too much buying pressure, just enough for us to take out 731 and sweep it back down. Once we're able to get that, we go from there. All right, guys. And ES, it's kind of still there. I mean, I don't remember. We will need everything to be looking very bearish at first. Okay, let's take out 731 first, and we can start focusing more on the charts. Because what I want to look out for would be, but we haven't taken it out. Like, we barely missed it right there. Hopefully we can retrace a little bit more up there. If not, we can still work with ES, the DOL of ES. But I kind of just want to be more reliant on NQ, mainly NQ. So if we know that NQ took something out, then we go from there. You know what I mean? Oh, I forgot to put that on live on YouTube. YouTube, guys, my fault, guys. I am so locked in. My fault, guys. My fault. Hold on. Hold up, guys. Okay, there you go. Oh my goodness, how many people are in here? 850? What? Guys, welcome. What the heck? I don't know there's so many people in here. Anyways, okay. I just want us to take out 730, bro. That's all I want. I know that we hit it. Like, we didn't, but we did, but we didn't, but we did. Like, look at this, guys. It's right there. I mean, I'm sure it's... I just want to take out 731 exactly. I mean, we did take out this high up here, so it's something, but I want 730, so we're more confident. And I also want ES to kind of start showing a little bit more rejection here. And we also have this, yeah, but we don't have to worry about the 15-minute just yet. I was about to say, we have a huge 15-minute, but it also closes in another 15 minutes, so that shouldn't be an issue for now until 10. And then once 10 comes around, we need to be in a trade, because if not, that 15-minute is not going to let us go any lower at all. Let's see, ES is kind of pumping up a little bit here. What about us? Okay, so we took out 731. Perfect. We need to take out, not really need to, but I mean, if we're up here, we might as well take out 976 on ES, and then we could shoot back down, or we could start shooting back down. Because look, now NQ is trying to reject back, or trying to reject back down. You see, man? Because look, we took it out. So now NQ has its reason to go down. Now, ES might follow along, but the thing is that it has that one DOL up here. So do we temporarily go up, or I don't know. I would have to see. But I am pretty interested in short around 668 into 619 mainly, which would be the huge gap off open, the one that we missed. You know what I mean? But yeah. I just need a little bit more confirmation in terms of it to see if sellers are stepping in or if they're just pulling back a tiny bit. You know what I mean? That's a real concern. ES does look a little bit stronger. We can see that ES is trying to break past previous candle highs while NQ is kind of trying to reject back down. So if ES wants to lead us a little bit higher, sure, at least into 976. Once you take that out, then yes, reject back down. If not, then we're in a little bit of an issue there because obviously we won't have much to take for quite some time. So we need to this is the point where we need to reject. Like no ifs, no buts. We need to reject right here. If not, we're gonna be short on a setup. Like we're just not gonna have a setup. You know what I mean? It's gonna take a while for us to sell off. The market volume is gonna die down. You get the point. All right. So also, do we have 10 a.m. news today? I don't think we do. I think we do. I don't know. I didn't check. Let me check. Forex Factory. Yeah, we have PMI today. I don't want to say that moves the markets all that crazy, especially with the way that it's moving, but it could definitely give us something. So I don't want to say that we have to wait till 10, but maybe it's the best thing because right now it's like we're slowly trying to sell off, but I'm just worried that we just continue going up and we keep getting further and further and further away from these entry models. And that's just going to require so much more time, so much more patience, so much more work in the market for us to get one entry. So I'm hoping that, yeah, whatever, take out the levels of liquidity. Yeah, look, we just took out 976, whatever, take it out. I don't care. But the higher up that we go and the further away from the setups that we get, the more of an issue is going to be because obviously it just requires so much more of everything to get that entry. When right now we're right there. We're like 50 points away, right? In today's market, 50 points is like 20 points, right? It's normal, right? So we're at like a normal range to be away from the setup. But the higher up that we go, the less setups we're gonna have, the less direction we're gonna have, the wrong bias that we're gonna have. We're not gonna have anything. So we need to sell off here. Like we literally need to. So we can only hope for the best to see if the selling interest dies down a little bit and then sellers pick up the pace and then we slowly start to sell back down. That I would be fine with that. If anything, that'll be a lot better in all of our reaction times. But yeah. But now that we check out these two levels of liquidity, I'm a lot more calm. That if we sell off, we have our reasons to sell off and we know why where and why we're gonna go. And ES is actually looking a lot more stronger, actually. Not only was it leading to the upside, but now it's leading to the downside. So we definitely know what's leading today, at least for now. We just need NQ to kind of, pick up the pace a little bit there. But yeah. Now, if we have to wait an extra 12 minutes, I mean, why not? It's only 12 minutes. Because PMI news is coming out at 10 in the morning, so I guess we can also wait for that. And maybe that gives us... sorry, excuse me. Maybe that gives us a little bit more... what's it called? A little bit more direction in the market. I mean, we have direction. Obviously, we've gone up. But the thing is, I just need a little bit more direction into the downside. So maybe if PMI news comes out bearish, maybe a lot more sellers are a little bit more interested. Because I'm a little bit worried here because we're trying to sweep it. Sellers keep trying to step in. Buyers keep gaining the control. And typically when this happens, it's not the best sign for our direction. I just want to know if there's... I'm going to turn on the indicator real quick. I'm going to see if I can find me any setups up here that maybe I haven't seen. But in the meantime, I'm not seeing anything. So I really doubt that there's any setups here. And if there is, it's way too far away. Because look, we're currently trading up here. We already took out 2 or 3 levels of liquidity. So that's already enough for me to be like, okay, well, I don't really want to trade to this direction. But if there's a setup, it's probably going to be up here. Yeah, right here, there's one. Yeah, there's really only one. And it's all the way at the 900s. I don't want that. You know what I mean? Because not only will we have taken out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 levels of liquidity to get to one fair value gap, and it's not even that good. Like it's like, it's 71 points, but like it's the size like of my pinky. Like this thing is nothing. So all that work for nothing. You know what I mean? I don't want to have to use this one. I'm really hoping that eventually we just like die down on the buying pressure and just give it up. Because right now we're just gonna continue going higher. It's no, yeah, obviously we all know this. You know what I mean? I just don't want to get too far away from the setup because now look, we were 55 points away. Now we're 90 points away, which, to be honest, it's not too much in this market. Like we can set off 90 points if we want to. Like it's not gonna be an issue. The thing is we have to sell off 90 points. You know what I mean? I that's step one of the setup. So I mean, best thing is we can create a setup on the way up if we want to continue going higher. It's not, you know what I mean? We can still work with that. But still, like, bruh. Look, we have a fair value gap already. Like we have a new setup up here. So I guess we don't have to worry too much about this one. Because not only are we taking out more levels of liquidity here, but we're also creating a fair value gap. So that can also work, I guess. And then we could just target the next gap here. So instead of me targeting, let's say, for example, 25, 4, 5, 6, we can go ahead and target 25, 6, 8, 3. I mean, 25, 6, 8, 3. We can do that. But now, not only do we have to wait for this 5-minute candle to close in 4 minutes, because we also have to wait for the next candle to also close, which honestly is not a bad idea. Now that I'm thinking about it, it is not a bad idea because, first of all, when this candle closes, it's going to be 9:55. When the next candle closes for the gap to be confirmed, it's going to be 10. So when the new candle forms to get the inverse, if it's already 10, if news comes out bearish, we should be able to just immediately shoot down into the inverse to get that to get the IFEG set up into 683, 619, 520, and so on. That's not bad. Okay. So I'm a lot more calm now. Now that we're probably not missing out too much on the setup. Now the only issue is we're gonna have to worry about this huge 15-minute gap here. But I'm sure if we get an entry up here, we should be okay, at least for something. At least for like 40 points, at least. You know what I mean? But first, we need, in the next 3 minutes, we need this candle to kind of close up here. Like a full candle. We can't be messing around with any wicks today. There's a lot of stuff to do here. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Like I know I'm making it sound like oh, we don't have a setup anymore. No, like we still have the setups. And if we shoot down, we can still take them. So it's not a bad idea. So it's just gonna take time. Today's gonna be more of a time day. So yeah, I guess we'll just wait on that then. Why are we going against the trend? Why can't we just take the pullback into a 5-minute? Well, have we had a pullback into the 5-minute? No. But if we did, you were gonna go short. Well, yeah, that's what my bias is telling me. I'm not gonna go long when we're holding below level of liquidity and the market is selling off. Obviously, I'm not telling you guys, oh, guys, if the market goes down a little bit, go short. No. Obviously, I'm waiting here for my confirmation. I'm literally telling you guys, wait for your confirmations, wait for the momentum to die down, to pick up for the selling and everything, and then we take it, or we look to take it. I mean, what about the 1-minute inverse? Bro, why do you have to say something, bro? Bro, why did you have to say something? Because now I'm stressing. Because you guys know I don't like the 1 minute, bro. Why do you have to say something, bro? Because now I'm like, bro, like, what if I don't take it and I miss it? Guys, if we end up taking this trade and it loses, blame it on Taco, bro. Because, bro, why do you have to say there's one on the 1 minute, bro? Because, yeah, we have a little bit of a risk as to, look, we took out this deal at 781. We have a risk as to this gap will not hold. Like how it is right now. Half of the candle is wick. But we have a full candle on the 1 minute, which is more than 40 points. How far will PT1 be? 80 points. Bro, why did I read the chat, bro? Like, I would rather avoid this, like, miss out on the setup, not knowing that it exists. Because In all honesty, guys, it's a good setup. I just do not like trading off the 1 minute because there's so much happening, bro. Ah, dude, why did you have to say something, bro? Why? Let me see what we do. I'm gonna see if we can get some momentum here because we're kind of just stuck there, and this gap doesn't even look all that good. So I'm sure this 5 minute gap is not even gonna hold. Why did you have to say something, bro? Okay. I'm gonna see because right now it seems like we're getting a little bit. We're trying to get weak. I mean, eventually the buying pressure is gonna die down. We all know that part. I just don't want to enter off a whatever candle. I need it to be good, and I'm assuming that will be off the 5 or 15 minute time frame, not the 1 minute. Because this volume here, it's not, not very ideal. But for now, guys, look at your trade of it. Obviously, pay attention. Maybe we enter shorts. It's a big maybe right now. I'm not really super like married to the setup, but if we get a big spike into an inverse, it's the only thing we can take up here. Because now we're gonna have to wait for a 100-point sell-off into the next inverse, which I'm not trying to do. I'm also a little bit worried with news coming out, because what if we take the 1 minute and news comes out, So maybe I work with a late entry, which in today's case, I mean, dude, we have what, 100-point, 200-point, 300-point price targets. A late entry is not gonna kill us, so it's not gonna be a big deal. If anything, it'll be more safe than sorry, you know what I mean? But yeah, ES is trying to work with the DOL sweep here. NQ's trying to break past previous candle lows. The selling isn't all that good yet, so I'm not really too hooked onto shorts around this area yet. But it's definitely picking up a little bit. So obviously, this is your cue to just, start paying attention and see what's going on. A part of me really wants to wait for 10 to come along. Even if I get a late entry, I want news to come out first to see if it's bullish or bearish, so we don't have to worry about that. And then we take an entry. But knowing my luck, we're probably going to get an entry at 9:59. So, yeah. But it would look something like this then. And yeah, we're trying to sell off. Of course, knowing my luck. Of course, a few minutes before news comes out. You know what I mean? Let's see. I just need more selling. I know on the 1 minute, we're probably not going to see a crazy amount of selling. So pay attention to the 5 minute momentum. I mean, I have it open on my trade of it here. So I'm going to see how the 5 minute looks. If it's a good candle, a fast candle and everything, then maybe. Because yeah, look, we don't have a 5 minute gap. So we can't take anything here whether we want to or not. So let me just see. Let me just copy this real quick and see what I could do. Maybe we just take a risk with a light size. And if we have to work with a re-entry, then we definitely can. Okay, I'm gonna try shorts here, guys. Oh, I hope I don't regret it, bro, because you guys don't want to really take the 5 minute all that much. I mean, the 1 minute. I'm gonna try shorts here. I am gonna be open to a re-entry if this doesn't end up holding, because it's a good setup. It's just I'm not so used to trading the 1 minute time frame. So yeah, you know how that goes. And also be careful with the risk, because yeah, we do have news coming out. I do feel like with the selling coming in, we can't really wait for news to come out. If not, it's gonna be way too late for the entry. So we kind of have to, stab it right now and see how it goes. I just hope for the best. So I'm gonna place my stop loss at 802. Just hope that we get something. Or at least something before news. You know what I mean? So at least something before news. Now I'm gonna get away from the 1 minute time frame, because I do not like looking at that chart. It is very scary. So I'm gonna go back to the 5 minute here and see what's happening. But yeah. Like I said, guys, I did take this with a light size. I am open to taking another setup. This is kind of just like a starter setup, I guess. If it works out, then sure, I'll take the green. But if not, then I am open to another setup. My stomach hurts like crazy, bro. Yeah, guys, news is coming out. Oh, actually, in 5 seconds. What the heck? Okay, so 5 seconds to news. Let's see what happens here. Please be bearish. 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 It's a doji. Come on, sell off. Yes. It's right there. It worked a little bit. That was a little bit scary. Thankfully, we have 802 there. Yeah, it's a doji candle. Then you come out bearish or bullish? I mean, it's not doing much. I'm sure we're gonna get a reaction in the next 10 seconds. Is it to the downside though? Is it to the downside? That's what I like to see. Okay, perfect. Well, let's hope that it holds first. Let me check up the news in the meantime. Please tell me it's bearish. Please tell me it's bearish. Please tell me it's bearish. I don't know how to read that. I think it's bullish, actually. I don't know. Sometimes news comes out bullish for a certain thing, and other things react oppositely. So I mean, the market's not reacting, so I don't really know if it's like all that good or anything. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, where's the reaction at? Like, I'm here. Like, I'm not saying anything because I'm here just waiting to see something. But where's it at? I also gotta alert this. Completely forgot. I just don't want to. I'm a little bit scared that we just get an unexpected pump here, like randomly due to news. I mean, like I said, I was expecting the market to react a little bit more than this. It has to, right? I mean, no way it doesn't. To your red folder. Because right now we're just holding a doji. Okay, maybe that's a reaction. I hope it's not. I hope it's not into higher. I really hope not. Like I said, because how many stops at 102? With I mean 802 with the light size. But I don't know how much of a reaction if this is going to be due to news or I don't know. I really don't know. But if this woman doesn't end up working out, then we're literally going to be screwed for a little bit of time then. I don't want to say until the PM session, but we definitely have to see something because now we have to worry about the 15-minute down here. So I'm really hoping that this 1 minute works out. I know right now it kind of looks like it's pulling back a little bit. I was getting like a little bit of a pump up here. But if this 1 minute doesn't end up working out, we literally have nothing more to take here until down here. But the thing is, down here, we would have the 15-minute. So I really hope that's not the case. Yeah, and everything is just like, I don't know why I keep looking at ES. It's not doing much. And this is getting close to a stop loss. So yeah, it's probably gonna stop me out soon. Cause yeah, we're pushing up like crazy. The thing is, what more can I work with? Because the thing is, I'm not gonna wait all day for this inverse to work out. You know what I mean? I don't want that to happen. I also don't. If we're gonna work with a 5 minute somewhere here, I don't know. I'll see. I'll give the market a little bit of time. Let me focus back onto this trade, and see what it does. It did get a little bit closer to stop loss. I want to say it's probably gonna stop me out. I mean, we're holding above the DOL. We're getting buying pressure. It's probably gonna stop me out. Let's be realistic here. Thankfully, I did take this light, so I can definitely get another trade if that's the worst case. But yeah. I just have to see my sizing with the next trade because I'm gonna have to use a big stop loss like this one again. Obviously, a 30 to 35 point stop loss in this market will not save you whatsoever. So maybe just do the same amount of sizing. Do you have anything on the 1 minute? No, we don't have anything on the 1 minute anymore. I'll see what I do. Okay, yeah, I got stopped out, guys. Yeah, I figured that was gonna happen. The setup looked good. It's just obviously we took it before news. It was a little bit risky. But yeah, taking a loss on that one. I'm just gonna see. I'm gonna give the market a little bit more time to see what it ends up doing. Um, I'm not interested in longs. I know a lot of you guys. I don't have the chat open, but I know a lot of you guys in here probably like, David, why don't you play with the trend? I'm not even gonna bother explaining myself. At least not yet. I just don't see anything here for longs. At least not yet. So I'm gonna give the market a little bit more time. Like I said, it is gonna take a little bit of time for us to get a new setup here. Um, but yeah, maybe on the 15 minute. That's gonna take way too long though. So yeah, just get ready to wait a while, guys, because this is gonna take a while. Blast, where was the long entry from the open? Nowhere. Well, there was, but we missed it. Unfortunately, it was over here. It just happened way too fast. Yeah, I'm gonna see if we can form another setup here to at least see if we can at least make some, if not all of the loss back. I'm sure we can make all of the loss back. With this type of market, we can get a lot of points if we get the right direction. There's just not much I can really take here other than that 1 minute that was there. I mean, we can still form something. I mean, we still have enough time into these candles here. I just need the market to give me a little bit more direction in a certain way. So I'm gonna sit here and just wait and see what we can get. Because yeah, we just keep averaging 40-point candles. So we have setups everywhere. It's just we need more of a direction. More to the downside. I don't really want to take upside. I mean, we've already taken out so much, so I'm just not really. That's not really something I look for that much. I couldn't even alert that trade because it went to my drawdown too quick. So I do have to say that I did take a loss. I don't want to take shorts unless we see 781 or hold below it. Or maybe 860. I mean, we're right there. We might as well. I mean, on the way, as we're creating this gap, I'm sure we'll probably take out 860 on the way. I'm just hoping it's soon in this candle or the next candle. And I know there's a tiny gap here. That I was looking at it a second ago. It's a 65-point candle. The gap, I didn't notice it. I want to say two things could happen here. In terms of, you guys already know, I'm gonna be looking for short. I'm not looking for longs. I'm not really interested in longs right now. I feel like the market is, first of all, overbought, and we already took out most of our price targets, so I don't really see a reason to. So I'll just wait till shorts come around. Now, whenever, or if now, whatever, if shorts come around, if in some given case we don't take out 860 and we dump down, we can probably look to take shorts off this 5-minute gap here, but we don't take it immediately. We just wait for a hold below 780 and then we take shorts. Or if that's not going to be the case, we can always just look to inverse. We take out 860 and then we just look to inverse this. Because I'm sure if we have enough selling pressure, this tiny gap here should not be a worry. Keyword shouldn't. All right, we'll see. We'll see. But we should be able, if we inverse this with enough selling pressure, we should be able to just shoot straight down below the 780 range, and then we just go from there. You know what I mean? Like we'll be good from there. So I want to say that this is my next best setup. Given that the 1 minute was pretty good, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Yeah, it was good. Obviously we just took it a little bit, before news, so you already know how that went. So, but I knew the risk. I mean, I did size a little bit light for it, so I'm not too mad about it. But I do want to see how we take out this. We already took it out on ES 995, so I'm gonna delete this as well. I would want it more on NQ. So I'll just wait for that. Maybe it could take some time, guys. So obviously just sit back and wait for it. But we should be able to get it soon. I mean, like I already said, I'm expecting the market. I'm hoping it's not one of those days where the market just pumps up like nothing, like all day long. But we're super overbought, so I want to say that it's, we should be able to see at least one sell-off eventually. At least one. All right, I thought we'll be here off the 1 minute, but I guess not. You know what I mean? News had something else to say. You know what I mean? But yeah, so, okay, we just took out 860. Obviously, it doesn't mean that we're instantly going to reject, but we would hope to see a rejection soon around this area. If not, then we're really screwed. Because, yeah, we won't have a setup. But yeah, I mean, the best thing right now is kind of just wait. You know what I mean? So not good enough. Okay. But in the meantime, let me open it. Maybe you guys have some questions. Let me check out the chat. Dang, if only waited for news. Well, you could have. I didn't. I just chose to answer just because I knew the risk. But yeah. We have a 5-minute. Oh yeah, that's right. But I never thought we would be all the way up here. That's right. I completely forgot to mark it out. Like I said, but I really don't want to do longs. We're so overbought. I mean, bro, looking at how as to how the market is moving, bro, it's probably looking like one of those days. I'm sure you guys have seen it where we pump up. Like you would imagine, like, okay, surely this is the top, right? And we just keep going up. Surely this is the top. We just keep going up. It's gonna be one of those days, especially after like something with what's it called with Bitcoin and silver and gold happened. It's probably gonna be one of those days where we keep going up. I don't want to take longs, but honestly, bro, we're not gonna get shorts anytime soon. So honestly, bro, it doesn't look bad either. I'm just a little bit worried that we're a little bit overbought, but we still have room for higher, and we still have a shit ton of buying pressure. So it's not like it's dying down anytime soon. let's see what type of reaction we get from the gap here. I mean, we're trying to reject right now. I'm gonna see if we flip it. Look, if we flip from red to green, this just shows that we're not overbought yet. Buyers are still super interested in going higher. And I guess I mean, we won't really have a choice because we keep getting further and further away from all these setups. You guys keep seeing me marking out like, okay, yeah, if we sell off, we can take the inverse. We blink once and we're 100 points away from the entry. You know what I mean? So there's not much that we can really do, in terms of that. But we'll see. Right now, we are rejecting from that same 5-minute gap here. We are trying to hold it below 860. We just tapped into it. So like I said, if we flip this candle from red to green, you know what? Sure, I'll take long. Like I said, it's not a bad setup. I just, I mean? I don't typically take longs after we've pumped up 400 points in one morning. You know what I mean? But it kind of looks like it's not going to stop. So, I mean, but I am personally hoping for a rejection for more room for lower, because obviously we haven't even seen a single red candle today other than this one. So I'm hoping we can get a rejection off this 5-minute gap into a DO sweep into an inverse off any of these 2 or 3 gaps, and then we go from there. But if that's not going to be the case and we just continue going higher and we flip this candle from red to green, I'm just going to take longs and just hold all day until 940 and so on. But because, I mean, dude, it's just, it gets to a point, you know what I mean? But we'll see. And if we do end up getting, if we do end up selling off, I'm probably not going to take shorts off this one. I'm probably going to take it off this one, like I said. Only thing is, it's pretty far away. That's the only worry. It's actually, no, it's 70 points away. We just need one big selling candle, just like how we've gotten all buying candles. Same thing with selling. But that's if we hold it down. Right now, we're still looking a little bit bullish because we are holding above 860. So I am hoping to see something. You know what I mean? I just want to trade into something. You know what I mean? Let me just make sure that ES has nothing stopping it either. Yeah, ES has a price target. It does have a few gaps up here though. And we are about to flip this candle from red to green. So yeah, we're probably gonna have to do longs. Which, like I said, it doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad at all. It's just I have a little bit of a doubt. A little bit. And it's not in terms of the setup. It's just more of a personal doubt. Like dude, the market's already pumped up a lot. We're probably we know that we're gonna go higher. It's not, I mean, look at this. Like, dude, you can't make this up. So we know that. But yeah, real quick, let me just kind of fix this up real quick. One second, guys. But yeah, I mean, this candle right here just totals everything. Buyers are sellers keep trying to step in. Nope, nah, it's not. It's just not gonna happen. So I'm just gonna work with the 5-minute inverse and just go from there. Honestly, I don't even need that much of a big price target. I'll probably just do something like this. This huge red to green literally told us everything that the market's gonna do. So I know a lot of you guys in here, including me, were a little bit doubtful with the market being overbought, but not today's market, most likely. Like I said, it's gonna get to a point where you're like, okay, surely we're overbought here, right? And we just keep going up. And you're gonna ask yourself the same question in 15 minutes. We just keep going up. So yeah. It's really the only thing we can work with here. I mean, we've tried shorts a billion times today, and literally nothing. Like we get close to it, and then we just keep going higher. So I guess we'll just try our longs whenever the entry confirms itself. And I'm hoping soon because we kind of tapped into the gap already, so we kind of filled it. So we need to inverse it soon if we want to get the entry. The question is how soon? I mean, we're right there, but. And then if I do enter, I'll do a stop loss at 843.75. So pretty much 840. Yeah, 843. All right, so we're getting the inverse here. So I'm gonna give it a second. Hold up. Just put all of this. All right, guys. I'm gonna try longs here. I'm in longs at 890. 890 longs. 890 longs. And since we took a loss on the first position, I am probably going to be risking a little bit more and holding for a little bit longer to see if I can make a little bit more profits on all contracts to at least end break even on the day, or maybe green. You know what I mean? So I am going to be holding for a little bit longer, despite us maybe hitting a 1-to-1 or whatever. I'm sure if we hit a 1-to-1, I will be green. So yeah, I'll just hold all the way for that. But yeah, 890 was my fill, guys. Now, ES did take out a level of liquidity. So as long as we're able to hold above it, we should be good for higher. Assuming that ES is leading, because NQ does have room for higher into at least 940, at least from what I'm seeing. Yeah, literally 940, maybe 935, but still around that 940 area. So we just need ES to kind of flip this back, which it's done a million times. So we should be able to do it. And then we go from there. Yeah, actually, I think NQ is leading a little bit more here. At least it's trying to lead a little bit more. While NQ is holding this candle, or at least it was trying to hold this candle green. Bro, guys, my stomach hurts like crazy, bro. I'm hoping we get to a point in the trade where I can go use the bathroom real quick, bro, because I'm just waiting for ES to hold above 702. By the way, what fill did you guys get? Stop loss? It's on the screen, bro. It's a 843.75. You got 905 fill? 896. I got 900. Wait, no, not 900. 890. 895. Okay, not bad. So you guys got good fills. All right, cool. My stomach hurts like crazy, bro. I don't know what I don't even remember what I ate yesterday, bro. But yeah, okay. Okay, so if we gotta fill at 890, I would want to see. Honestly, we're not even that far away from it. From a 1-to-1, would be like what, 40 points? The 920, 930 areas should be a good scaling point, I would say. Was there a loss? Yes, I wasn't able to alert it because as I entered, it kind of pulled back. So obviously, I'm not gonna alert something when it's red. And then it just ended up hitting the loss. So yeah, we took a pretty big loss. I mean, it was a light size, so it was kind of like whatever. And I'm sure if this trade plays out, we'll make this back and so much more. So I'm not really worried about it. I'm just kind of waiting for ES to kind of flip here. So I can tell you guys that the trade is good. You know what I mean? Because ES right now is holding a little bearish, while NQ is kind of just holding there. Whatever. But we need ES to hold above 702.50. So once you're able to see that, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, bro. I'm gonna have to step away from the stream for 2 seconds, bro. Like I'll still on stream, but bro, your boy has to use the bathroom like pretty bad, bro. I'll do it if we can like break past this previous candle high. I'll know that will probably be good. So I'll just go from there. Yeah, bro. Yes, it's like it keeps trying to hold above this DO up, but they're not letting it. Sellers aren't letting it. Remember, guys, my stop loss is placed at where is it? 843. Let me actually place it. I didn't even place it. 843. Sell 10 stop. There you go. If anything, I might adjust my stop loss a little bit. I feel like it's a little bit far away with the sizing that I did. I did 10 contracts because obviously you guys know how I do it with losses. I don't know. Maybe I might adjust it a little bit further up. I would want the market to break above a little bit more for me to adjust it, so we at least have more room in the trade to breathe. But yeah. Dude, what is this candle, bro? It has flipped from green to red like a million times, bro. I'm really hoping that that's just a pullback here on ES. I mean, we're not super far away from the entry on NQ, so I'm not really too worried. But let's see what we do here. Let me delete this real quick. Let me just adjust everything to get a read. There you go. Meantime, let me just type this up, guys. Give me 1 second. All right, perfect. I'm really hoping that ES does not inverse this gap here, because then we might be in a little bit of trouble. Remember, ES is the leading one right now. Obviously, we can all see it. So ES just cannot inverse this gap. That's weird, because ES is trying to sell like crazy while NQ is just kind of just holding there. I mean, that's a good sign, because if ES shows even a slight amount of buying, then NQ would just rip up, which is a good sign. But I'm just hoping we're not going to S&T flip anytime soon then. I'm going to keep a big eye on ES here. It's the one thing that matters right now. The S&T is flipping a little bit. Thankfully, we have breathing room on this trade, so it's not a huge deal. But I do not want ES to inverse this gap here. Because then it'll be very hard to continue getting a read into that bullish bias, you know what I mean? Although NQ is still holding above 860, which is a good, at least it was. I mean, obviously we're getting a little bit of a pullback here, but I'm just hoping that we don't get an S&T flip here, because then that would just mean that NQ will be selling off harder compared to ES. So I'm hoping that's not the case. Now we are back into this a 5-minute gap here. The thing is, my stop loss is inside of the gap, so I don't know. I'll see how much of a pullback it is. All right, let me type this up, guys. One sec. Okay. How are we doing with that gap? Okay, yeah, we're still trying to bounce from it, which is a good. I just don't know what to say right now because it's just pure selling, and this DOL sweep here on ES is kind of worrying me a little bit. So I'm hoping that we pick it up a little bit, you know what I mean, and then we go from there. I'm gonna delete this gap because obviously we already filled it on ES. Okay, we're getting a spike in buying. I hope this is able to hold from the 5-minute. Because the one thing I'm just worried about is what if we pull back even harder into the gap? Because remember, our stop loss is at the gap. And then we... Right now we're getting buying pressure, which is good. Man, today is tricky, guys. Let me tell you guys, bro. Today has definitely not been like the other days where we've been killing it, bro. But yeah, no, we gotta bear with it. But yeah, I'm just hoping we don't get a pullback into the gap again, because like I said, our stop loss is at the gap. So what could happen is we get stopped out and we bounce from the gap. That's why I don't want it to happen. So let's just hope that the buying is able to hold and we just get very far away from the stop loss and we're good. All right, guys. Like I said, today is definitely more of a trickier day. We've only been going up, so obviously trying to catch that move very late is a little bit, you know, it was a little hard to get, you know what I mean? But yeah, we can only see what we can do. I'm just praying we don't pull back into this gap here, because I'll be super butthurt if we go back into the gap, we take out the stop, and we bounce back up from that same exact bullish rally gap. And how much would it be if I extend my stop loss? I don't even think it's worth it, bro. It's pretty. Now I already have a pretty big stop loss. Remember, I entered at 890, so I'm already right on the day with the other trade. Bro, and ES is picking up here when NQ isn't, bro. This is gonna be a close one, guys. This is for sure gonna be a close one because, like I said, ES has been leading everything today. If it wants to go down, ES goes down. If it wants to go up, ES goes up. While NQ just stays there. You know what I mean? It's kind of just following behind. So the thing is, it's gonna be a close one because look at this. ES is holding green when NQ is holding red, bro. Fuck, man. I really don't want to extend my stop loss. I already feel like I have already too much of a stop loss on this trade, at least with my sizing. If you guys want to move your stop loss down into the inverse, into the full fair rally gap, which would be at 836, you can. I have it at 843, so it's like a 5-point difference. But I mean, look at this, bro. It's a full buying candle on ES. No, don't do this, bro. I need NQ to pick up, bro. It's a full buying candle on ES, and NQ is just sitting there next to the stop loss, bro. Oh no, that's the one thing I don't want to happen, bro. That's really the one thing I do not want to happen, because if ES slightly rejects, NQ is going straight down. So I cannot have this happen. Wow, bro. We traded the bro, guys. We traded the wrong thing. The wrong thing today. Because yeah, look at this, guys. Look at ES. Look at ES. You guys see this? You see how it broke past the previous candle high? It was holding green. Look at NQ. Wow, bro. What a piece of shit, bro. I fucking hate when that happens, bro. Huge SMT divergence, and the other ones, it's what's going into our direction. The only thing we can hope for is for another SMT flip to happen midway through the trade, but it's just going to be close to our stop loss, which just makes the trade so much more stressful than it already is. You know what I mean? Because look, right now we're holding green, right? Look, we're finally holding green on NQ. We're about to get back into our entry and everything. Look at ES. Oh, wait a minute. Hey, we might get an S&T flip. Yo, that might actually be a good sign. Hold up. I was about to say, I was thinking that ES was probably going to be at the highs or something. Which obviously it's about to be, but you see how one is breaking out and one isn't? The best thing we can hope is for an S&T flip. Right, let's see if we can break past the highs here again. I want to say we're getting an S&T flip. That could be that'll be the best sign. Because if NQ starts leading and it wants higher, ES will just follow along. All right, guys, because right now what's happening is whatever ES does, NQ will follow along. So we just need the NQ to be the leading one because we do have room for higher. We are bullish. We have the inverse. We have everything. Well, ES, on the other hand, the reason why we were dumping on NQ in the first place was because look at this. ES is leading. ES has the SMT, and ES had the D-wall sweep from 7,002, which NQ didn't. All right, which obviously it caused ES to dump down a little bit, which is why you guys heard me stressing out a little bit because I'm like, damn. You know what I mean? Like, we need to hold this inverse here because since ES is leading, if it inverses this Ferrari gap and sellers pick up, obviously it's going to make NQ go down. All right, so yeah, but the best way we can ignore this level is if NQ does its own thing. All right, so once you guys start seeing NQ breaking past previous candle highs when ES isn't, that's how you know the SMT has been flipped. All right, so hopefully with this buying pressure that we are picking up right now, we are able to see the flip soon. We are getting close to it, but not super close because ES is currently right here where my mouse is. ES is at the candle high. I already broke the candle high actually, while NQ is right there. So we're picking up on the SMT. Hopefully we're able to flip it soon. All right, and hopefully we don't get another pullback like the one that we just had because it was pretty scary. All right, guys. So yeah. And by the way, if we do end up pumping up like crazy and I'm not paying attention, guys, look to scale around 920, 930. 920, 930 is your scaling points and your price targets is at 940. All right, guys. So for me, I'm personally going to be scaling around the 920, 925 area. I feel like not only would I end break even on the day, but I would also be pretty green on the day as well. All right, and it will also be a 1-to-1. All right, because if we enter, let's say for example, a lot of you guys enter at like the 886 area. So your PT1 would be, let's say for example, we're risking 40 points. Yeah, 925 would be your area, 925, 930. So that will be our first scaling point. We hold a few more contracts for 940. We take 940, and then we just hold one contract for the remaining, whatever price target. All right, guys. But yeah, thankfully, guys, we held this gap pretty good. Now let's kind of hope that we just see higher. Because yeah, this trade was a little bit stressful here, but as long as we're able to break past previous candle highs, we should be good. And I'm hoping this trade finishes soon, bro, because I'm actually being serious. Like, my stomach is killing me, bro. Like, I'm literally dying to get off stream already, bro. But yeah. Now, as long as NQ is able to hold above not only this inverse, but mainly above 860, no matter what we do here, it doesn't really matter. Obviously, the trade can take a little bit of time, whatever, it doesn't matter. As long as ES is able to hold above 7,002.50 and NQ is able to hold above 860, we're good. It doesn't matter if we get a pullback. It doesn't matter if we get a big pullback like now, you know, whatever is happening here. It doesn't matter. As long as we're able to hold above this, over time, we should be able to see higher. As long as we hold above it. All right, now, obviously, ES, you know, we'll see. We'll see how that pullback acts. But yeah. There's no way NQ got us excited for nothing, bro. There's no way we're putting back down like nothing happened. Oh, my goodness, bro. Dude, this market is such a pain in the ass, bro. I'm hoping that tomorrow is not the case. Whether we end red or green today, bro, I'm hoping that tomorrow is not like this, bro. And trust me, guys, today wouldn't have been like this if only we locked in for a few minutes earlier to take the inverse here, bro. Oh, man. That's what I get for chasing, bro. That is what I get for chasing. Yeah, see, we'll see what this pullback is all about. This random pullback, whatever it is. Because surely we don't have a fair value gap anywhere here to retrace into, unless we want to go back down into the fair value gap that we retraced into in the first place. Which I hope we don't. Because, for what? Wow, bro, this dude. Guys, if tomorrow's market is like this, bro, I am not trading it, bro. This thing is so stressful and so confusing. Like, I myself, I don't even know what to say in terms of reads. Because one second we're bullish, and the next second we're like ultra bearish. Like, we're pulling back like nothing has happened. You know what I mean? Why? I don't know. I really don't. That's just the market being the market. Bro, what is this pullback, bro? From what? That's the one thing I don't understand. Like, why do we... For what? Like, I don't even know what to say, guys. I really don't know what to say here. Like, dude, everything was looking super good. We got the fair value gap bounce. We're holding above the DOL. We're bullish. We have buying pressure. We're holding above the inverse yet again. Yes, it's breaking past previous candle highs, and I don't know where we're going to pull back. Why? I don't know. This market, bro. It's one of those markets, guys. The draining markets, bro. Wow, bro. And a part of me is so tempted to move my stop loss down here, bro. I really want to, but not with my entry. I can't. Maybe if I know a lot of you guys in here got a pretty good entry at like 886, 885. Yeah, if you guys have that entry, I would say if you want to move your stop loss, it's an extra 5 points. It's not anything crazy. But just in case the market for some reason wants to pull back again into the 5-minute fair value gap and bounce from it, you guys don't have to worry about bouncing from an exact point before getting stopped out. You know what I mean? From a random pullback. Why? Like I said, I don't know. I really don't. And you guys know that this is not a news pullback because it's only like a 30-point pullback. I mean, from what I saw at least. What? Yeah, 40 points. That's just regular volume. So the market is just randomly selling off. It's gonna be a crazy day, bro. I already know. It's gonna be a long day. The next best thing is just wait for us to go back into the gap and see how we hold. Let's see if buyers step in like how they did here. That's really the only thing we can do here. Oh, by the way, guys, real quick. While this shit does this thing, if Asia moves like how it did last night, would you guys be down to trade it, or we just come back tomorrow? Tomorrow, all right, bet. Because bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Yesterday, Asia had some crazy ass setups, bro. I was really telling you guys in the chat, I'm like, bro, like I'm so tempted to take it, but there's no point. So yeah, no, I'll just wait for tomorrow then. But yeah, we retraced back into the gap. We tapped into it again. So let's see what type of reaction we get again. Nah, I'll just trade tomorrow. Plus, it'll be more organized because a lot of you guys can make it. I know a lot of you guys in here don't even trade Asia. There have been a million times where I've traded Asia and a lot of people haven't caught the move, which makes me get on the next day either way. You know what I mean? All right, and there's the pullback. All right, we broke past the previous candle low. Let's see if we hold this gap or if we get stopped. Dude, today has been 8 days. Today's gonna be a long day, bro. I already know. It's gonna be a long ass day. I already know. Dude, like I said, guys, a part of me really just wants to move my stop loss like this, bro. But I can't. I really can't. How much am I down? I'm down 1.5K. Bro, should I? I don't know, bro. I don't really. Nah, there's no point. I'll just take the loss and just move on. Yeah, guys, bro. I'm gonna call it a day here, bro. I got stopped out, bro. It's not my day. And knowing my luck, guys, watch. I'm gonna get off stream. And we're probably gonna bounce from this gap here, but no, I'm done for the day, bro. This market is not really respecting much of my things. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna get off, guys. I'm done. Hold on, let me put out that I got stopped out. One sec, guys. But yeah, my bad for the loss today. Obviously, it's the first loss in over a few weeks now, so it's not a big deal. But obviously, it does suck to see. You know what I mean? It really does. So, but it happens. I'm sure tomorrow will be a better day. Let me just put that I got stopped out. One sec, guys. Watch. I'm telling you guys, we're probably gonna bounce from this gap. I know we are. Bro, trust me. I know. I'm gonna get off the charts, and in like 10 minutes from now, I'm gonna look back at the charts, and we're gonna be at the price target. Watch. Yeah, no. Trust me, guys. I know we're probably gonna bounce off this gap, but no, seriously though, I'm gonna get off. Obviously, not my day. First two losses first red day in a few weeks now. So it's not a big deal. I'm sure tomorrow will be better. Just today, obviously, we could have executed a little bit earlier off open, but yeah, I'm gonna close the charts before I get mad, because it's probably gonna go into my price targets going forward. But yeah. If I see something later on today, if it looks a little bit better, I might just take it. I'm not down too much, like my max loss. So if I see something, obviously I'll let you guys know. But for now, I am gonna get off. There's just no point for me to trade this. It's not respecting anything. But yeah, guys. Other than that, guys, I'm gonna get off. If anything, be active in the chat or have your notifications on because I will probably be getting on later. If I see anything, like if the market does pick up a little bit, because obviously right now we're kind of not doing much here. But if we start breaking out of some range, I will probably just alert something if I see something. But if not, then I'll just stay. I'll just take the loss. But yeah, other than that, guys, I'm gonna get off. And if anything, I'll see you guys later or tomorrow. All right, guys. But yeah, other than that, guys, I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys then. All right, guys. Peace out, guys. Peace. And YouTube, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream. Unfortunately, our first red day in a long time, a few weeks now. But I'm gonna be active with the premium later. I'm gonna see what we can catch, if we can catch anything at all, if the market picks up anything. But for now, I'm just gonna get off. All right, guys. But yeah, other than that, guys, I'll update you guys tomorrow on how we do if we end the day back green or if we stay red. All right, guys. But yeah, other than that, guys, I'm gonna get off.